Hey everyone, welcome back to Have a Beer with Eric. Now, for today, we have a very special edition. As you can tell from the title, today we don't have a beer. We actually have a mead. This is for those of you that don't know what mead is. It's basically it's honey wine. It's considered wine because it uses wine yeast, but the way that you make mead is actually very similar to beer. It's actually kind of a simplified version of making a beer. You kind of just skip the making a wort and boiling it and adding hops. So you just it's like you add water, you add honey, you mix it, and then you add some yeast. You add some nutrients for the yeast, preferably so that the yeast has enough so that it can consume and reach that alcohol percentage that you want to get. And also usually mead ranges between around like 4% all the way to 20%, depending on what you're trying to aim for. And and you just wait a few weeks. And actually, with mead, it's preferred to age it a while, a few months, because that'll take out the booziness out of it. It'll mellow it out and make it more enjoyable to drink. And I myself have only had mead a couple of times before. I've been curious about it, but I haven't been able to go to any meaderies yet. I know in San Diego we have at least a handful. So I went for this one that they started distributing bottles. This is Lost Cause. They're located up in Miramar in San Diego. And for today we have the Uncharted watermelons, the mead with watermelon and mint. I chose this one with thanks to my followers from Instagram. I ran a poll between this one and a mead with like cocoa nibs, almonds, and vanilla. I believe that's what it was, or it was like cocoa nibs, and vanilla. So it was something around there. And most of you decided to go for this one, so that's what I'm going for. And so this one is 12%. It uses orange blossom honey. Ideal temperature is 50 to 55. It is gluten free. And they said using watermelon was a lost cause. Of course, that meant we had to give it a shot. So we embarked on a journey into uncharted waters and set our sights on a refreshing yet still complex summertime libation. Sometimes it pays to ignore the naysayers. Actually, it always does. And so this is year number 1. It says it was made in their first year. And then they have information on the meadery. And it has the address. And that's pretty much it. Bottled by them. And yeah, I just started doing a little bit of research on mead. So, and there's something that I wanted to say about it. Oh well, maybe I'll get to it later. So for now, let's open it up. So I let this warm up a little bit while I was getting other stuff ready, since it says 50 to 55 and it's in the fridge. So hopefully I get around that temperature. Alrighty. So, and the recommended glassware for mead is usually white wine glassware, and I recommend you to fill it up around the third way of the glass. And I don't drink wine, but I remembered that I had a glass from McKellar, wine type glass, so I just went ahead and used it. And I've only used this once before during my reviews, so it's nice to bring it back. And as you can see, it actually looks like wine. It looks like white wine. It looks very clear. Doesn't even look like it would have like watermelon. Let's see. Interesting. It smells a lot like mint. Very small hints of watermelon. It's mostly very minty. It's just kind of like some bubble gum. I don't think it has the bottling date on here, so I don't know how long this has been sitting. It's definitely not been long. They just started distributing this maybe like a month or two ago, and so it should be relatively new. If not, then oh well. But let's. All right, it's time for us to try it out. I think this is like my third or fourth meet ever, so we'll see how that goes. Cheers. Hmm. It's very interesting. It's very refreshing. The carbonation gives it a nice crisp feel. Um, a ton of mint, definitely. That's it definitely adds to that freshness. Gives it like an extra chill to my mouth. Um, and I do get like a little like hint of like sweet watermelon to it. It's not like a like candy watermelon. It's not like actual fruit watermelon. It's just like it's like towards the back end of the mint. You get like some fruit, some fresh fruit. So this is definitely a summertime beverage. Um, I'd say it's perfect to close out this summer since it's been getting pretty hot here in San Diego. So it's nice to try something refreshing. Hmm. I'm pretty impressed. This is the first time that I actually tried to analyze a mead, so it's definitely a different um, approach that I'm taking. Something completely new for me. So I've had a when I had the other meats, I'd never really like tried to analyze what I was drinking. I just tried it like really quickly and moved on to beer. So I believe also mead comes both carbonated and uncarbonated depending on your preference. So I think it was a wise move to carbonate this in a crisp way so that it adds to the summertime feel to the it really goes well with the mint. Definitely and the mint doesn't give you kind of like a bubble gum kind of minty like you get like the little like a bit of the taste of it from bubblegum, but also like you get kind of like a mojito kind of mint. So it's a really nice complements the watermelon really well. Mm. Definitely enjoying this meat. I was gonna say beer. It's so I'm so used to just like mentioning beers here, but I think this is definitely worth giving it a try. Now I really want to go try out the rest of the meats that they have. I know that they do flights there, and they're usually like 3 ounces per glass since they're a pretty high percentage. But definitely want to go with a friend, share a flight, uh, see what else they have. They have some pretty interesting flavor combinations. So instead of trying some traditional stuff, I know that they do have a traditional flavor, but um, I want to try what they're known for, which is like their unconventional styles. So um, definitely see if see if they live up to their reputation. And it's very easy to drink this. There's no way it tastes like 12%. Um, I mean, I don't think I can compare this to the other two meats that I've had before, so I don't know usually how boozy meats taste, but I'd say that for 12%, this is very, very smooth, very refreshing. I would definitely sit outside on the patio or like if I had a front yard, maybe a front yard, just chill out there in the sun, like drink this. Very nice, very relaxing. Yeah, this is a really nice mead. Um, I believe these guys are the most well-known meadery here in San Diego, as far as I know. I might be wrong. I'm not too big into the meat communities, or not even at all. So I'm definitely gonna have to start looking into them and into other meaderies here. Hopefully, I start um, venturing into those. We'll see how that goes, and I'll definitely be. I'll try to open my Mounds Rushmore soon, and I'll definitely be posting that on Instagram. I probably won't do a review since I want to go back to beer, but so I think I'll just make my review 32 a special edition kind of review. So I'll just skip the numeric and I'll just call it a special edition, and then move on to 33 on my next review. And upcoming, I have a beer fest to attend this weekend. It's the San Diego Festival of Beer, the oldest festival beer fest in San Diego. It's their 24th year, I believe. So I'll be there, and we've got more exciting stuff for next week. So we'll see how that goes. I'll let you guys know more on my next review, and I think I give this mead like a 4.5 or 4.75. I want to see how it warms up a little bit. I'll definitely be taking my time since it's 12%, and it's not something you can drink as easy as beer. So, well, even though it's like nice and refreshing, I don't know how dangerous it'll be. So, I'll definitely be taking my time with it. And I think till then, I'll just see you guys next week. Yeah, that's it. Cheers.